Big win. It's a big win for us. Anytime you can come in, play a team that's number one in the nation, been number one in the nation all year with that kind of offense and get a win in a tournament like this, yeah, you got to give your hats off to the girls. They played hard. We pitched it well, we defended it well, and we got runs early, and that seemed to be the difference. The runs early, and we knew they were going to start hitting too good of an offense that we knew they weren't going to be a team that you were going to shut out. So when they did have the 4 runs late, we were able to have done what we needed to do early on, so it didn't hurt us near as bad. So we're happy about the win. Still got a lot of games to go, but this is a big one for us.
So, Coach, what was the message once they started hitting runs and they almost came back? What was the message?
Well, I mean, the message throughout the entire game was you need to keep scoring. We know what kind of offense they have over there. So 7 runs is not safe with a team like that. We were lucky that it was. But we left the bases loaded twice still. I mean, I feel like we could have, it could have been 9, 10 runs there with a couple of just deep pop flies with less than 2 outs and things. So the message was just stay up the entire time. We knew they were going to score some runs. I would have liked, as a head coach, obviously, I'd like to have had a few more, especially do some situational hitting with bases loaded, less than 2 outs, scored a few more. But we did what it took to win. Kimmy pitched a great game. Peyton came in and got 5 big outs for us, and we were able to finish it off.
Kimmy, what were you able to do in the first 4 innings to shut that offense down?
We kind of talked about it before we started, just trying to keep them off balance, throw everything at them, everything I had. Mixed speeds helped a lot with that game. They're an aggressive team, and I tip my hat to them for when they did start hitting me. They made the adjustments when they needed to, and luckily we have a pitching staff that we can bring in somebody completely different and throw at them and throw them off balance.
Kimmy, I know you probably weren't excited about the first outing that you had here, but did you feel like this one was working a little bit better for you than the first game?
Yes, I do have to say my nerves probably did get to me when we played UNA, but my main focus this game was to come out and play my game, take my time, throw what I know I can throw, and just go right at them. I know my defense and my offense will back me up.
You weren't too worried about following up Garner's performance yesterday after what she did?
Garner's good. I mean, we've been fighting that number 1 spot back and forth. It's just great to have somebody on the team that is completely different and can be a number 1 opposite of me. So it's great.
Did you feel looser once Gold was out there just knocking the ball out of the park there?
Oh, it's always easier to just go out there and throw your game when your offense is producing. So once we got a few runs, I was able to work a little closer to the plate, see what I could do, and get them to swing at. So.
Brooke, how happy is the team getting another shot at North Alabama?
Oh, we're pumped. We're ready. Anybody that gets a second chance at a team is always going to be pumped. And I'm sure everybody has our stats and things like that. We're a team that when we see you twice, we're going to be ready. And that should be anybody's mentality. And we're ready, and I think it's going to be a good game.
You had 3 RBIs. It seemed like it was locked in out here today.
Yeah, you have to be with a team like that. When you have good pitching out there working hard, and when I used to pitch, it's easy to pitch when you have runs on the board. And as hitters' jobs, you got to go up there and you got to do your job. You have to produce runs for your pitcher, not so they can relax by any means, but so we can go out there and take care of business.
Jason, how would you rate the team's defense? Because I thought that was one of the keys, especially in the first 4 innings, the way your team played.
Oh, it's huge. Like I said, we had some big plays. Summer made a couple big plays. We were, ground balls we were getting outs on, pop flies we were getting outs on. So, that's going to be big. But like I said, we're not at this level. Usually you're not just going to sit there and strike out teams. They're not going to have 15, 16 strikeout games, and your defense is going to have to work. And that's why we were able to keep them off the board early. We got some big plays, and Kimmy was doing her thing out there. So it was hats off to the defense, offense, and pitching today. It was all 3 facets that helped us get the win.
Maybe a facet that gets left behind is not making mistakes and then taking advantage of
Absolutely.
especially at this level.
Absolutely.
Them, which is weird for 5 errors
Right.
for them, but you took advantage.
Hey, we had to capitalize, and we'll take the runs any way we can get them. You won't find a team here that hadn't got some breaks along the way, I guarantee it. So we'll take them any way we can get them. It's like you said, it's big to capitalize on them, and we were able to score early on a few of their mistakes and keep scoring, and we benefited from it in the long run.
Any other questions?
Talk about the lineup, Coach. No strikeouts all the way through, facing 2 pitchers. You've had games in which you've done that. They're a team that can strike out some people, but how big was it to know that your batters every time up made contact and productive outs when they did?
Well, contact is huge. Like we said before, putting the ball in play, teams can make mistakes. At least put some pressure on the defense. When you're striking out, you're not putting any pressure on the defense. So we've always been a team. I felt all year that if you look, that we do a good job. We've had some high strikeout games, but I'm saying we do a good job about making contact. I wish we'd had a little better contact at times, but at the same time, if we can go in there and put the ball in play, good things usually happen when you can put the ball in play.